Do you guys remember your parents telling you, or perhaps they did not tell you? But for those whose parents did tell you this, do you remember when your parents told you to not believe everything you see on the internet, to not believe everything you see on TV? Well, fellas, I have news to bring you. I'm not going to say that this is majority, but perhaps this is the case as well. But I'm going to say that there is a lot of people out here who genuinely believe everything they come across. In today's day and age, where there's a lot of uncertainty in the world, there is a lot of people that are spreading misinformation, for lack of a better word. They're spreading misinformation. Okay, they're lying, or maybe they're telling half truths or what have you. And there's a lot of people out here who believe in these things blindly. They just accept it as objective truth, when in reality this is not the case. There's always going to be people pushing agendas, for better or for worse. There's a lot of people out here who blindly just buy into anything that people will say. They do not question it whatsoever. And, essentially, my message that I'm trying to get out in today's video is to question everything that you see. I am not here to tell you blindly just buy into something, just blindly believe it. Nor am I telling you to, not believe something. I am simply telling you to question what it is that you are seeing, the question the media that it is that you're taking in, essentially, in like informative media. Please question this, because like if you don't, you're just gonna be buying into it blindly. And sometimes the people that are giving the information are credible sources, right? But even still, you should like double check to see if they are or aren't pushing an agenda, right? If they're being biased or not, if their source of information is accurate. And then you also, there's like a lot, man. They taught me this in school, in high school history class, or like a government class, what have you, teaching you the government, whatever. There came up the topic of, like political media be spreading like misinformation, right? They're a little biased in the things that they say, and they taught us to look for these things. I really am thankful that they did this, because had they not, right, they would just be essentially feeding this cycle of, just blindly buying into what it is that you consume, essentially. And the reason I'm telling you guys to please question your sources of information is because like there's a lot more sources of information than ever. Okay, you have artificial intelligence being like the first thing. Like if you use Google, okay, what happens when you Google something? Okay, you get an AI summary, and oftentimes artificial intelligence messes up a lot. I'm not even joking. Like I be using ChatGPT, I be speaking with and conversing with ChatGPT, and the amount of shit that ChatGPT gets wrong is absolutely insane, right? Obviously it's not perfect, it's in its early stages, but like at the same time, these are like sources of information for a lot of people. TikTok as well. I do want to speak on TikTok. I have some people in my life that use TikTok as a source of political news and like rumors that have to do with movies, like movie leaks, all this. A lot of people on TikTok be bullshitting as well and spreading misinformation. Okay, a few weeks ago, I should say, there's the whole deal with the Atlas comet that was going to pass, and people were saying, "Oh, it's aliens or something," like it's something that is out of our realm of understanding. And the first thing that people go ahead to do is go to conclusions of, oh, it must be aliens. Like, no, it's not aliens, stupid. Like, even this guy that was behind this whole thing that pushed this narrative, this astrophysicist who attended Harvard, his name is Abraham Loeb. Loeb is spelled Loeb. Abraham. I'm not gonna tell you how to spell Abraham. You can Google it yourself. Okay, you'll come across who I'm talking about. I promise. This guy pushed the narrative that the Atlas, the Three Eye Atlas comet, or whatever the hell it's called. He pushed this narrative that it's perhaps aliens. That there's a good chance that it is aliens. Like, and they were saying, oh well, if it's and people were running with this. They were like, oh well, it must be aliens. Then why are they coming to Earth or whatever? Like, this is our first time seeing them. Like, what's bringing them here? And they started speculating. They started theory crafting and all this bullshit. And people were saying, oh well, once it goes around the sun, like we're gonna know its intentions. And like the thing happens, and then like nothing happens, the world just keeps on spinning. You see what I'm saying, right? Like these people fucking wasted their time theory crafting on bullshit instead of like theory crafting on like how to change the world for real. There's a lot of people as well with very creative imaginations. They also have the ability to come up with spectacular ideas that are genuinely absolutely incredible, right? It doesn't matter what this thing is, right? Perhaps it could be like the greatest story of all time, the greatest like idea for human history, right? Like think about it, man. These inventors through time, okay? In more recent memory, you have guys like Steve Jobs who created the iPhone. I forgot, there was a guy, I think he created Google in his garage, or perhaps that was Steve Jobs, right? They created Apple in their garage. It was one of these two. It was either Google or Apple. Well, where are the next inventors at, right? You got Mark Zuckerberg. He was like the last one, right? He created Facebook, right? He spent all his fucking time creating Facebook and becoming a billionaire, and getting taken into getting involved in U.S. politics because of Facebook. Like this guy is doing this, right? I'm listen, man. Facebook has its place, okay? I'm not gonna completely shit on Facebook because I do recognize that people genuinely use this to organize at times, and they genuinely use Facebook as a source of communication with others. I'm not gonna, you know, completely hate on Facebook, but like what I do dislike is that this guy is Mark Zuckerberg, who clearly has the resources to do things, to do great things for a lot of people. He's just refusing to do so, right? Especially on mass scale. I'm not going to completely discredit Mark Zuckerberg's character and say that, oh, he never donates to charity, because that's not true. Guy does donate to charity. Perhaps Mark Zuckerberg is actually contributing to his place of origin in terms of like benefiting the community, improving their education system, because this is important as well. Education system has got to be fixed. The school board, they got to do a better job of directing their school, because right now it just seems like we're manufacturing, and yes, I mean that literally, okay? We are manufacturing workers, okay, through the education system. All this bullshit about, oh, we're gonna give you a 30-page package due. For some reason you need 30 pages in order to ingrain this one math formula or whatever. I'm over exaggerating, obviously, but I'm doing this to point out the absurdity of the education system and packets, okay? I dealt with this through my last years of school. I'm so glad that I did not grow up doing this bullshit, because I absolutely would have gone insane if I did. Okay. Nowadays, like my brother is still in school. He says that he'd be doing packets for school, and like he tells me this, and it's absolutely like it makes me sad, because like I was getting these 5-page packets, right? And I can only imagine what it's like doing 6 times the amount of bullshit work. On to question your media that you consume, okay? The education system is bad. Perhaps I will talk about that in a future video. Zuckerberg got to do better with his money. I'm serious. Like he can be benefiting a lot more people. He's already benefiting a lot of people, I'm sure, he with his donations to charity or what have you, but like he could be doing a lot more, especially since the motherfucker has resources to do so. So with that being said, I'm out this bitch.